Alright, what up, people? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. I'm here with my dude, Kzaggin20. What's poppin', bro?
Good, man,
Chilling. So, we back at it again. I had to do another one. So, real quick, I gotta ask you. First thing I want to ask you, because I see you, you be making a lot of your videos and you be addressing a lot of these, I guess you could call them game goofy dudes. So what's your thoughts on all these cats out here that seem like they don't know what's going on and they just say a lot of goofy shit?
It's bothersome, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, right. I have a small platform, I have a small channel, and I ain't even tripping on that because if I can help one dude get some real shit, I'm cool with that.
Right.
But you have dudes that have a pretty good following that are putting out misinformation. So you literally have thousands of dudes hearing some bullshit.
Right.
Okay, and all it's going to do is set them up for failure. They're going to go out there in the world with that misinformation and that game goofy shit, and they're still going to be frustrated because they're not hearing what they really need to hear. They need to hear the truth. They don't need to hear shit that caters to their insecurities.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or caters to the built-in excuses they have when dealing with women. They need to hear, like, hey, the shit you've been hearing ain't what it is. Try shit.
Right. And so, I saw a video you put out earlier today. I didn't even get to check it because I just saw the thumbnail where you were saying that, but I already knew where you was going to go with it. But you were saying that just a guy making out with a girl doesn't necessarily mean that she's going to have sex with you. You feel what I'm saying? So what's your thoughts on all that?
Look, because dude, this is the thing, okay? And we all been there when we was younger. We all, because it's like they say marijuana is the gateway drug to other drugs. A lot of dudes think making out is the gateway to sex.
Right.
Now, it could lead that way, but dudes need to understand that when chicks are in these bars and clubs and they're making out with dudes and kissing them, this is something that they do with impunity. It's not a big deal for them to swap spit with a dude. It don't mean nothing, okay? That's why when you be filling chicks up through their clothes, they've done that since they were fucking in middle school. It ain't nothing new. It don't mean shit. Chicks just like, and I also said this, and I want dudes to pay attention to this. There are women out here, because your boy EO, he said something that was very important in y'all last live stream. He was talking about chicks going out there with a battery, and they get it charged up by validation. Okay, another thing chicks get charged up with is getting horny and then going home and giving that shit to their man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And dudes don't understand that a lot of these chicks, they're out and about. Maybe they mad at their man for some reason. And all they want is not only validation that dudes can hit on them, but they just want the feeling of someone desiring them.
Right.
And because women tend to have more willpower than us sexually, they can get hot and bothered and cut it off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of dudes can't. That's why dudes be getting upset. They be getting bitter.
Right. And it's interesting that what I notice nowadays in the game is that a lot of guys seem like they're more clingy and needy than a lot of women nowadays. You know what I mean? Where they get like so attached. And I saw that video you did where you was talking about how dudes have a problem with like casual situations because they get so attached to dealing with this one girl that they're dealing with. You know what I mean? And they just can't really. You know what I mean? Like shake that. So can you elaborate more on that where dudes get too attached?
Yeah, basically it's attachment anxiety. And what a lot of guys have a problem with, and I label it casual intimacy. They have problems with that.
Right.
Because their ego's getting away. They can't separate the fact that, all she wants is dick from me. She don't like me like that. She don't want to spend time with me. She don't want to talk on the phone with me. She don't want to go back and forth. I text her good morning. She don't respond. That's fucked up. And they do the same thing that they claim that girls do, which is get emotionally attached because of sex. I'm like, no, y'all motherfuckers is doing that because y'all just can't let it be what it is, which is just some casual shit.
Right.
And I think the result of that is you have a lot of dudes who they don't have experience having one night stands. They're not used to women just wanting dick.
Right.
They're used to getting into situations that lead to relationships within a couple of weeks or a month. That's their MO. They're used to that shit. Like you did one video where the dude, he was married, got divorced, got in a relationship. That relationship got another one within a span of 3 months. And I firmly believe a lot of your followers and a lot of these other dudes, they have that same type of mindset.
Mm-hmm.
They have that tunnel vision shit. That's why they always struggle with, should I charge her?
Mm-hmm.
Should I give her a chance? Because they have that fucked up, mindset where they can't just enjoy casual intimacy.
Right. And it's interesting because I know a lot of guys, since they don't have a lot of experiences with women, so when they get with a girl, it's like, oh, this could be my new girlfriend. This could be like, she's the love of my life. Oh my God, I love her. I think this is the one. And you know what I mean? Because they're so used to not getting a girl. So when they do get some girl who's giving them any type of play, they're like, oh, she's the one. They think in their mind that this is it. You know what I mean?
Well, that, and I think a lot of dudes, because they do have trouble with chicks, they misconstrue a woman being nice or sweet for she really likes me. No, that's just her personality.
Right.
She don't really like you like that. Just because a girl is real smiley, real docile, real friendly with you, it doesn't mean that she really likes you, the person. That's just her disposition to be that way.
Right. And I mean, what's your thoughts on the whole, not giving women validation or giving women validation? What's your whole thoughts on that? Because I want to hear what you think.
Man, these dudes, man, when dudes, I got two things. Dudes talk about not approaching women unless they get in choosing signals, and they don't believe in cold approach. And the same dudes who think that way are the same dudes who think don't give women validation, make them chase your validation. It's like,
right.
She ain't chasing your validation because there's 20 dudes lined up right there who's going to give it to her willingly.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's so dumb. And see, to me, I meant to do a video talking about this. The dating game is so fucked up. It's like a tug of war. It's like dudes is fighting with chicks. Like, no, I'm only going to give you this. No, I'm only going to give you that. Right. And it's like, just go out there and get yours. Dudes act like it's a battle. You know what I'm saying? With females, like it's a gender war within a dating game that, no, we battling with these chicks. Like, no, bro, you're fucking in. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no. My thing is, I don't care if a woman gets gassed up because I think she's sexy. It don't matter because whether she rejects me or not doesn't matter. So let's talk about validation. Those are the guys that are bitter because they've been rejected. Those are the guys that are afraid of rejection, and it's not masculine enough. That's my opinion on that.
Right, and it's funny because when I hear guys talk about have her chase your validation and all that, what guys don't understand about women is that if a woman, and this is why I've been saying this, if a woman hasn't, if she doesn't have any attachment to you already, right, she's not going to chase anything. You see what I mean? And that's what they don't understand. I'm like, you can't just meet some girl and then think because I'm not going to compliment her, so I'm going to have her chase. She don't even know you yet. She don't even know she's like interested in you to that extent to even bother to chase you. And so this is what I tell guys is that the chase really doesn't even happen until there's actual attachment there in the first place in most cases. You see what I'm saying? They don't understand that. They just think like you're just going to walk up to a random girl and she's going to chase it. I'm just like, why would she do that if she got 20 other dudes and those 20 other dudes are the path to least resistance? So for her, it's like, well, I could get all this validation from these guys, so why don't I just do that? Instead of like chasing this guy I don't even know, why would I? But see, once she has a situation where she's attached to you, then maybe she'll worry about your validation and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what's so funny? You're right, but what's so funny about that? Just on a psychological level, those same dudes who say don't give chicks your validation, make them chase your validation. See, a lot of those guys, they think because they lift a couple weights and maybe because they've been validated, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They feel like any chick they deal with should give them validation first.
Right.
You know? And when they don't get it, they're like, I'm not validating her. I know she see me. I'm fly. I look good. Oh, hell no. She ain't looking at me like that. She gonna look at that dude. I'm 6'4" and I'm buck. Right. That nigga wiry and skinny. You know what I'm saying? And dudes be getting offended because their ego is in the way.
Right.
That's why I say when these dudes don't want a cold approach, it's because you got rejected, you got your feelings hurt, and you're like, never again.
Right.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like you playing preemptive defense and shit. It's foolishness, man.
Nah, real talk, man. And so, like, what are your thoughts on, guys who, where they still feel like it's the looks, money, status thing. You understand? Because my thing is this. Yeah, if you look a certain way, chicks will like you. You know, some chicks will use you for money if they see you got money. You know, if you're at a certain status, maybe this chick cares about that. But what are your thoughts on dudes who still are thinking this is the end all be all? You know what I'm saying?
Those dudes are game goofy because they don't understand that the average woman, the majority of women, they're not looking for that. All they want is a guy who's going to be nice to them, who's going to treat them well, and a guy who knows how to be a man and knows how to lead.
Right.
Most women, they just want a guy who has his life together. Okay, having your life together does not mean you have to fly a ride in the driveway. It does not mean you got zeros and zeros in your bank account. It does not mean that you're anyone important. You know what I'm saying? Other than to your own family and friends. They just want a guy, a down to earth guy who is your average everyday guy that's manly and got his shit together. That's it. My thing is this, and I made a video talking about. So I was using a scale of 1 to 10 to rate attraction. And I was saying you could be in a bar or club, and a woman could be sexually attracted to you, and it could be at an 8. On a scale of 1 to 10, it could be at an 8, just based on how she views you visually, right? And I said if she sees you have a nice car, maybe it'll go up to a 9. You put her into your ride, you take her to a nice crib in the suburbs, it goes up to a 10. Okay? But you can get the pussy anyway, just based on her being sexually attracted to you. Okay? And what a lot of guys don't understand, that sexual attraction, all it is just her visually saying, I like what I see, but I need to know more. And that's the verbal aspect of it. That's the conversing back and forth for her to finally make up her mind whether or not it's going to go down or not. So at the end of the day, you know, and you said it before, verbal game trumps all that. All that other shit, it's like a bare Christmas tree. You the Christmas tree, and you throw a couple of ornaments and the star, you know what I'm saying? Even without that shit, it's still a fucking Christmas tree. You just made it look a little bit more blingier with all the other shit. And that's what all that other shit is. All that external shit, the crib, the clothes, the car. It's a lit up Christmas tree. That's all it fucking is, man.
Right. And you know, it's funny. A lot of guys, when they haven't had experience with women, they think that this is the end all be all because in their reality, that's what they equate to why a woman is with a guy. And so when they're looking at a guy, they might see a good looking guy with a girl and they're like, oh, see, he got her because he's good looking, or he might have a nice car. Oh, she's with him because he has the nice car. And it's like, these dudes don't know what the story is with the, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could see a guy with a hot girl and they could have been together for 15 years. She could have been with him when he ain't had shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
he's catching a bus and he finally came up.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So they don't know. But in their mind, that's all. It's just that. You feel what I mean? It's crazy. Now, another thing that I found interesting was one of your videos where you said that men play more games than women.
Yeah.
Right? Because, you know, a lot of guys, they're always talking about, oh, women playing all these games, women playing all these games. So could you elaborate on what you were saying in that video when you talk about men are playing more games than women?
Yep. Okay. And this is the bare essentials of it. You're a dude, you see a woman you think is hot. You go approach her. If you say anything but why you really approached her, you're playing games off the top.
Right.
You start games because what you're trying to do is tap dance around shit because you're trying to avoid rejection. I mean, if you're trying to avoid rejection, that's game playing. You're playing games. And then, because a lot of guys' mentality is, you know, let me show her that I'm a cool dude. I'm nice. You know, I'll buy her a drink, make her feel comfortable. I'll hit her up with all this indirect conversation so that way she won't think that I'm just trying to get the pussy. She'll think that I'm really interested in getting to know her. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually, after a date or two, maybe I'll get the pussy. You're playing games. And I say to guys all the time, women know what you're doing.
Right.
They know exactly what you're doing because any woman with any kind of common sense will say, he don't know me.
Right.
Why are you going to do all this nice shit for me?
Right.
He don't know me. He wants something. He ain't doing this shit for free. You know what I'm saying? So women already know. And that's why I say, if a woman is playing games with you, it's because you did something to open the door for her to play games. And that is, you started off playing games with that. And to me, I look at indirect game, it's one thing to just, you know, introduce yourself, say hello and all that good shit. And then, you know, you see how responsive she is to that. And then you go in after that. But when you spend 30, 40 minutes being indirect, that's the epitome of game playing. Because you're not being sincere and authentic about your true intention.
Now that's real talk. And, you know, it's funny. I see guys all the time where they're beating around the bush, or they say, like, even there was a guy who just left a comment on my page where I was talking about flaking and how, you know, real men don't flake, and I'm like, look, just stick to your word and do what you got to do, and that'd be at, you know what I mean? So he was basically saying, he was like, oh, sometimes I like to flake because, you know, I like to play mind games with women, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, why do you want to play the mind games? You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times guys play those games because they think the playing of the game is the thing that's going to get them the girl. You know what I mean? And this is just like we saw about earlier with the whole validation thing, or oh, well, I'm not going to give her any validation, which is playing games, because you're already starting off by purposely acting a certain way to try to get her, right? So you're saying, right, well, I'm not going to give her validation because if I give her validation, she might not want to get with me because whatever. So I'm going to not give her validation because maybe that's going to make her get with me. You're playing games. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the thing dudes don't get.
It's so pathetic, because whatever happened to men just being a man?
Right.
Whatever happened to going out in the universe and doing what it is to get what you want?
Right.
Dudes spend so much time talking about how women are this, women are that, but dudes are doing the same thing they're complaining about the women doing. Mm-hmm. Like the mind game shit. Mm-hmm. Chicks play games, so I'm going to play games back.
Right.
Or I'm going to do this, women do this. And it's like, are you a man? Are you a bitch?
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't get it. I be like, yo, that's the thing that I don't get, man. I'm just like, yo, I don't understand how it got to the point where so many men are, you know, on some other shit. It's weird. It's like weird out here nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy.
The game is... Go ahead, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. You was good. Go ahead.
Well, I was watching a video, and I forgot who dropped the video, but the dude was talking about how the dating game is fractured and broke. I think it's more men's fault than women's fault. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because we, as men, we're supposed to be the leaders. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be the leaders of our women and the leaders of our children. Mm-hmm. So if they fail, leadership, it starts from the top. Right. You know what I'm saying? Anytime something fails, it starts from the very top, and the shit just rolls downhill. Mm-hmm. So we have not been masculine enough, you know what I'm saying, in the dating world to give women something to follow. Mm. Okay? You know what I'm saying? If women ain't got a leader to follow, they're going to create their own, you know, leadership. Mm. And we all know women ain't built to lead like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not when it comes to men. And you might have a woman who's a good manager or a good CEO, but when it comes to life and relationships, women were not meant to lead. It's out of order. It's not natural. Mm. And that's why shit is all fucked up, because we have poor leaders as men out here trying to date women that they're incapable of leading.
Right. Real talk. You know, now that you say that, I'm thinking about like a lot of those MGTOW guys. What's your thoughts on the MGTOW dudes and all that other shit? You know,
they're all poor leaders. Mm. They're all poor leaders.
Right.
And I understand the MGTOW movement as far as like the legality of divorces and child support. Mm. Outside of that, the rest of the shit they talk about is just complaining.
Right.
Okay? Because as a leader, you don't complain. You lead. Mm-hmm. You lead. You take from the weakest to your strongest. You know what I'm saying? You teach one dude, you teach him to lead in your place in case something happens to you, and he teaches the next one down the line. Mm-hmm. But if you're a complainer, the people behind you, all they following is what you're doing. They're following a complainer. Mm-hmm. Okay? That's what we got. We got a bunch of dudes whining and complaining instead of saying, you know what? It starts with me.
Right.
In my life that I experienced, whether it's positive or negative, it starts with me. Here. Not over here. Not over here. Not this girl, not this person. Me. Mm-hmm. Everything I do that has an impact on my life is the embodiment of my choices. Right. And my mindset. And that's where dudes got it fucked up. They rather complain than make it.
Mm-hmm. Right. And you know, I saw you did another video where you were basically talking about like dates and how a lot of dudes they feel like they need to go on a bunch of dates, and it's kind of like you're kind of saying like, why, like what's the point of really going on a date? Like, so could you elaborate on that? Like, you know, because a lot of dudes think they need to go on dates, they need to spend a whole bunch of money going 3, 4, 5 dates with a girl. What's your thoughts on that?
I did a video talking about you're just leasing her affection and shit. Right. And that's what it amounts to. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're leasing a car. It ain't yours. You got to give it back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't do nothing. You can't put no rims on it. You can't paint it. You got to leave it as is and give it back. And that's what these dudes are doing with these chicks. They can't do nothing with them, but just take them out, because these dudes, they're never letting women know. Well, two things. They're either never letting women know what they truly want. And they're just hoping that a woman will say, oh, he's such a gentleman, he's so kind, he's so nice. And they're hoping that translates into panty dropping.
Right.
I mean, and it could work that way, but I don't think that's on average that it works out like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That the averages will work in your favor if you have that type of mindset, and all you end up doing is spending a lot of money and a whole lot of time, which is more important than the money factor. You know, with me, you end up spending all that time hoping that a woman gives you something.
Right.
Okay? And my thing is, so you either have that aspect of it where dudes are just trying that shit, hoping it works, or you have dudes that do tell chicks they want sex, but the chick will tell them, no, I don't know you that well. And the dude, well, okay, well, I guess you got to get to know me, so I guess I do got to take her out so she get to know me. Right. And it's like, dude, come on, man, she gamed you with that.
Right,
it's like, oh, it's like, that's the game. When chicks say, I don't know you that well, I'm not that type of girl, it's too soon, all that shit is game. It's just game. And she knows, for the most part, who it will work on versus who it won't. Right. By what kind of man you are when you present yourself to her.
And you know, it's funny. It's like, I think what it is, the reason why guys go on all these dates is they think they can't get a girl to have sex with them without the date. Because to some guys, they're like, that really is it's like impossible to think about. Because you're like, wait a second, so how am I going to get sex from this girl if I don't take her out? And that's what they think. They think there's no way to have sex with a woman without taking them out. And the reason why they think that is because they don't think women love sex just as much as us. So they don't think they can actually just talk to a girl and say, listen, I'm feeling you. I know you feeling me. Let's get together and, you know, next week and get it popping. You know what I mean? But because they haven't been in those situations. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know?
Well, you know, not only that, but the whole concept of dating, the courting rituals and all that shit, that was all designed for men to show women that I'm the best catch. I'm the most complete guy for you. And my thing is, guys are still going with that mindset. And it's like, okay, you're doing all of this to show this girl why she should allow you access to her sexually, but what is she doing? What is she doing? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? That, to me, I think that's backwards. But a lot of guys think the way you think and I think is backwards. Right, you know what I'm saying? They think we're going against the grain, and they're like, no, we just understand that this social programming and social conditioning, it's not natural. It ain't right. And dudes are so in tune to, no, this is the way it should be. This is the way it's always been. And I was like, okay.
Right.
How's it working? That's all I got to ask.
Right, because dudes, we ended up going on all these dates, and then the girl would be like, well, you know, I feel like we should just be friends. You know, I just feel like this is not a good match. And they'll say that on the third date, like real talk, like the second, third date, they'll say that after you done spend all that money and time. And and the reason why it's easy for women to do that is because, one, they already knew from the jump they was going to do that to you. They already knew. They was like, on the third time he called me and we hang out, I'm going to just let him know this ain't really it. You feel what I'm saying? Because the thing is that a lot of women, they know already, okay, I want to have sex with this guy, or I don't want to have sex with this guy. And the funny part is that dudes who understand about women and their sexual nature, understand how women get down. Like, you know, like, look, there's been women I've dealt with who we've had sex, you know what I'm saying, in certain places I don't want to mention, but you know what I mean? Or just meeting them literally within the first, like, couple of hours of knowing them, we end up fucking. So once you're a guy who knows that or sees that, you're like, come on, I'm not going to fall for this bullshit. But if you're the type of guy who hasn't experienced that and only experienced women telling you, hey, I got to get to know you, I got to take it slow, you become one of those guys who think that's all there is. So you feel like, I got to take them out on dates. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it becomes the norm. And as we said before, in one of your live streams about a month ago, that it's your social circle. If you're around dudes that get it popping like you get it popping, you know better. Right. But if you're around a bunch of dudes and y'all have the same sordid tale of, yeah, man, so how many dates did it take you? I got a 3, man. That's my new record. I got it in 3. Right. You know what I'm saying? This dude was like, man, I'm still at 5 or 6, man. So, and that's all dudes know. And it's like, it don't take a woman that many times to be in your presence to come to the conclusion whether or not she views you sexually. It don't take that long. And you keep saying it. You know, I've said it, and I'm not a dating coach. I'm just a dude that talks shit. But a lot of you dating coaches, y'all have said that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, guys ain't listening, bro.
Now on some real shit, you need to be a dating coach versus some of these other niggas out here, because there's niggas out here that call themselves dating coaches. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've seen some of that. I can't even watch that shit. That shit make my stomach turn, bro.
You know
it's like, God, I'm listening to this shit like, this nigga. And let me stop talking.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't gonna, you already know what it is.
Yeah, I already know, bro.
But the last thing I wanted to talk about, because you had a video where you were saying that that dating, it shouldn't be a chore, and I think a lot of guys, they deal with women and they think like they deal with them like it's this. They're doing math homework or something. Like, it's like, oh God, I got to do all this. I got to talk to these girls. And I'm like, yo, it's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to be enjoying yourself. So what's your thoughts on all that?
I often wonder when I watch your videos and I see your chat room, I look in the comments and I see other videos. I ask myself all the time, I'm like, where did it go wrong where guys stopped having fun?
Right.
Well, I mean, I remember, I couldn't wait for the weekend to come. Like, yeah, these girls, I couldn't wait. I was excited. But these dudes be dreading the weekend. They be hoping the work week continues and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they don't have to deal with the prospect of what the weekend is here. I got to get out and do something with my life. They just want to sit at home all day and complain. My thing is this. I think guys are so concerned. It's a couple of factors. Number one, they're so concerned about what this guy is doing over here and this guy is doing.
Right.
And they keep trying to live their life based on, I wish I had it popping like him. I wish I was doing what he's doing. And my thing is, forget what he's doing. It don't matter. Just go, stay in your lane, and enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? Just because that person sleeps with more women than you, it doesn't mean his life is better than yours.
Right.
It just means that he's sleeping with more women. There's more things in life with just having sex every day. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes just the joy, for me, just the joy of talking to attractive women. Okay? I like that shit. Just being in the space of some attractive women, feeling that femininity and shit, that submissiveness.
Yeah, right.
But the least of sex or not is really irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? No, I just love that shit, bro. I love women, so when these dudes be talking that shit, I'm like, y'all hate women like that? God damn, it's sad, bro. It's sad. I'm looking at all these beautiful chicks, I'm like, why y'all hate them? You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn.
And the ironic part about it is that if they would just chill and enjoy the situation, they probably would get more sex. But because they're not getting sex, that's where the frustration comes in. And then the frustration makes it harder for them to get sex, because women can feel that vibe, like, yo, you too damn needy, you're all over the place, you're
anxious.
Yeah, you're all anxious. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And then that's where all the bullshit happens. You know what I mean?
Well, my thing is, when these dudes are just talking to women, just enjoy that moment. Whether it's a 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute conversation, enjoy that moment. I think dudes be meeting chicks and they immediately be thinking about, I can't wait till this conversation's over so I can get her phone number.
Right.
To go on our first date. And it's like, dude, you thinking too far, so you already attached and you already having future thoughts you know what I'm saying, of this shit past that night. Work on that moment. Right. Whether it work out or not is irrelevant. Just enjoy that moment. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
Nah, real talk, man. Real talk. So, yo, Kzaggin, tell everybody where they can find you and all that other stuff, if they need to hit you up and all that other good shit.
Okay. Well, my email, y'all that want some consultation, you know what I'm saying, is Kzaggin@gmail.com, KAZAGGIN@gmail.com. My channel, just Kzaggin20, spelled the same way. Type it in. My lovely face will pop the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And
that's the stuff. And I'm gonna leave the link to your channel, so make sure you guys go subscribe to my dude Kzaggin, because he spin that real shit. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. We gotta do this again. You know what I'm saying? We always gotta come through and get this shit popping. You feel me?
All right, man. Appreciate you having me on the spot, man. Appreciate
definitely, that. Bro. Definitely. All right, so we out of here, guys. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We gone. Later.
Yeah.
Click the link below to get the ebook 60-Second Game. In this book, you learn how your confidence, verbal communication skills, appearance, response to rejection, and honesty can affect your game. Click the link below to get your copy today.
Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month.
What's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.